Canelo Alvarez and Teofimo Lopez have been seen in an intense sparring session, sharpening Canelo for the greatest showdown against Edgar Berlanga. Fans and analysts alike have labeled it a defensive masterclass, as Canelo is seen demonstrating his signature defensive prowess. Meanwhile, Teofimo Lopez praised Canelo's talent after their practice fight. Sparring with Canelo is something that opens your eyes. You think that you have him in the corner already, but at the last second he escapes and embarrasses you. He is incredible with how he controls time and pace in any fight. The video has added to the anticipation surrounding Canelo's clash with Berlanga, with fans now expecting an even sharper and more defensively sound version of the Mexican champion. Eddie Hearn, Canelo's promoter, weighed in on the significance of this sparring and said, "This just shows the level Canelo is operating at. He's constantly refining his game, even against top-level fighters like Lopez in sparring. Berlanga better be ready because Canelo is looking better than ever." The Mexican superstar recently invited Lopez into his gym for some no-contact sparring, which was caught on camera. In the video, Canelo impressively evades punches, showcases sharp head movement, and smoothly counters Lopez's attacks. Despite Lopez being known for his aggressive style and quick hands, Canelo's defense remains calm and calculated, highlighting his elite boxing IQ. This sparring session highlights Canelo's focus on maintaining his defensive sharpness as he prepares for the Berlanga fight.
And then what are you gonna do?
And then
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
all right.
What you gonna do? I don't want to f you up right now because your money is gone. So
I'm gonna take your place, nigga. I'm gonna take your place. I'm gonna take your place, papi.
Pound for pound great and Mexican superstar Canelo Alvarez will put his unified WBC, WBA, and WBO super middleweight world titles on the line against undefeated WBA #1 ranked mandatory contender Edgar Berlanga. Tom Brown, president of TGB Promotions, stated, "Mexican Independence Day weekend is synonymous with big Canelo Alvarez fights, and Saturday, September 14 will be the next chapter of that historic story. This sets the tone for a significant event in boxing, with expectations running high for Canelo to add another thrilling chapter to his legacy." He further added, "Canelo has long reigned as the 168-pound king and will put his 3 unified world titles up against a young, power-punching contender in Edgar Berlanga as he looks to once again score a victory for his home country in the storied rivalry between Mexico and Puerto Rico. The stakes are high, with Canelo once again looking to cement his legacy while facing the challenge of a hungry, up-and-coming contender."
I motivate myself because I love what I do. I love boxing. But at this type of fights, this type of fighters, they really motivate myself even more. So, and I like it. I'm happy. I'm happy because that makes me feel excited, and I'm gonna train like never to bring everything in September 14th.
Canelo's full focus is to sharpen his boxing skills. Canelo will be fighting not only for personal glory, but also to bring another victory to his home country, Mexico, continuing the storied tradition of Mexican boxers competing against Puerto Rican fighters. Meanwhile, Teofimo Lopez, though smaller than Canelo in weight class, provides an ideal sparring partner to sharpen Canelo's reflexes and keep him on his toes. This type of training, mixing speed and technique with defensive skill, indicates that Canelo is leaving no stone unturned ahead of his upcoming clash with Berlanga. Labeling this fight as highly anticipated and important for both gladiators, Eddie Hearn, chairman of Matchroom Boxing, stated, "Edgar Berlanga's nickname is the Chosen One, and I'm so happy he got the golden pick for September 14. This is the fight we dreamed about when we signed Edgar last year, and he is ready to give everything for himself, his family, and for Puerto Rico. You have a young, unbeaten, fearless puncher ready to tackle one of the all-time greats. Get ready for drama in Las Vegas. Both the expectation and significance of this fight is illustrated by the fact that a new fighter meets an old veteran when both have much to lose. Canelo Alvarez could not hide his joy when talking about the Emperor fight, which he is about to have with Edgar Berlanga, recalling the historical boxing styles of Mexicans and Puerto Ricos. He said that, "I am so pleased about this fight between Mexico and Puerto Rico, and this is an honor as I get to be a part of this history. And now the fact that an opponent is as good as Edgar Berlanga makes the event even more grand and is special." Canelo acknowledged the significance of contributing to this legacy, noting that his fight with Berlanga would add yet another chapter to the storied rivalry. In his response, Canelo's opponent Berlanga is setting a high standard for himself, indicating he aims for a clear and impactful win. He said, "First and foremost, I want to thank the good Lord for putting me in this position. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. I deserve to be here, and I'm going to shock the world and silence the critics by delivering a masterful performance and knocking out Canelo Alvarez on September 14. He cleared his ambition to exceed expectations and prove his critics wrong by delivering an impressive performance. Canelo vs. Berlanga fight promises to be a thrilling contest with high stakes and contrasting styles, making it a highly anticipated event in the boxing world." The footage has excited fans and experts who now anticipate that Canelo will bring an even more refined version of his game into the fight, especially in terms of defense and counterattacking. With the Berlanga bout looming, this defensive masterclass adds to the anticipation of seeing what Canelo has up his sleeve for his next challenge. Growing tired of waiting around for the blockbuster showdowns at his natural weight, Lopez is now campaigning for a fight with WBA super welterweight champion Terence Crawford. Lopez revealed about the potential fight with Bud. "If you look at my track record, everything that I talk about, I walk it as well. We don't just talk the talk to amp something up, we want to walk the walk. This is not a publicity stunt here. I think that if you look at my record and everything, it shows that I really choose to face the best." Lopez is making a point that he isn't just talking to build excitement or draw attention, and aims to fulfill the promises and goals he sets, which include making significant fights happen and delivering on his claims in the ring. Lopez further added, "And I just had to remind him I'm the biggest cat in the world, absolutely. And because of that, we face fighters, great champions, and I look forward to facing a fighter like him after this fight against Jermaine Ortiz, however that pursues itself. He is aiming to challenge himself against the best and make significant moves in his boxing career." Berlanga's team is closely watching these developments. A member of Berlanga's camp stated, "We respect Canelo's preparation and the caliber of his sparring partners. It shows how serious he is, but we're confident that Berlanga's power and skill will be more than enough to handle whatever Canelo brings." The sparring sessions are seen as a critical part of Canelo's preparation, providing him with high-level competition to refine his skills and strategies. Canelo's rigorous training, combined with Lopez's presence, underscores his determination to be at his best for the fight against Berlanga.
I believe that the emotion really is just, okay, like he's seeing something I'm not seeing just there. You know, like it's so different when you're inside that ring, in that square circle, so to speak, and you're fighting that person in opposition. However, he's seeing it from a third point of view, you know, and even in a closer lens because he's been seeing me since forever, you know, and he's seen the best of me, the worst of me, the greatest of me. So all those components, when I hear him telling me these things, it's like for an obvious reason. So it's just a lot of trust, confidence, and like just relying more so on that source.
Lopez stated that his father is the best coach and viewed the potential in him that no one can see. He also emphasizes his skills and achievements are all because of his father's hard work. Lopez is a 140-pound fighter who has expressed his desire to move up to welterweight. He did call out Crawford numerous times, who is currently at 154. Bud defeated Israel Madrimov to win the WBA belt in his last fight. Lopez would have to move up 2 weight classes to fight Crawford, meaning some work against a heavier fighter, and Canelo could prepare him for that. Recently in an interview, Teofimo Lopez revealed his all secrets of success, showing the deep relationship he has with his father, who is also his trainer. Lopez believes that his father is deeply invested in his well-being and success. Lopez further stated, "I know at the end, like as a father, even though he's my trainer, the coach and head trainer of my whole establishment, it's something more on top of that. It's a father that's also going to want the best for him. He's not going to put me there and risk you see coaches in the corners with their fighters, and their fighters are getting mass."
My father, when I hear him saying these things, I'm like, okay, oh, I'm not getting hurt. And then secondly, it's just like, all right, let me just keep following the plan that he has for me, and let's execute the best we can in those moments. So it's a lot of trust. You know, you don't see a lot of father and son duos anymore. That's why I call me and my father a dynamic duo.
Yeah.
Really, we're the dynamic duo. I think the whole boxing world and the scene of it, even in the entertainment world, they know if I'm there, my father should be there, you know? And it's dynamic.
Mentioning about his father, Teofimo Lopez said he is responsible for developing training regimens, strategizing for fights, and providing technical guidance. His coaching focuses on enhancing Teofimo's skills, improving his performance, and preparing him for various opponents. Meanwhile, Canelo would feel what it is like to face a much smaller fighter if he were to face Crawford, but outside of that, Canelo praised Lopez as he felt the takeover deserved the Crawford fight ahead of him. The following video shows them both sparring lightly, after which Lopez hits the punch bag. The workout will aid Lopez's desire to become the best by learning from the face of boxing. Canelo's prior comments showed he respects Lopez, as does the takeover for Canelo. Canelo said, "I'm not asking for that fight. I think Teofimo Lopez deserves it more than me. My response to Turkey is this. Yesterday they text me to talk about the Crawford fight in February and I said, I'm not going to talk about any other fight. I'm focused 100% on this Edgar Berlanga fight. I respect Turkey, but if he wants to work with me, it needs to be my way." Teofimo Lopez's comments about Canelo Alvarez and a potential fight with Terence Crawford reflect his views on the dynamics of such a matchup and the broader context of boxing. He stated, "I think Canelo is just too big for him. He's too big realistically. Too big, too strong, and used to that weight class. So you can be a boxer and all those things, but it is what it is. Canelo is still the face of boxing and the guy everyone wants to fight. Crawford wouldn't want the fight if Canelo wasn't the face of boxing. It's a money grab. It's a money fight." While Canelo is the face of boxing, Lopez is struggling to make the biggest fights. This is despite his achievements. He is a two-weight and two-time lineal champion at 140 and 147. He has been trying to make the biggest fights with links to Crawford and Ryan Garcia. However, Lopez has been accused of having poor commercial value and not selling enough, but now he is ready to achieve more.
You just gotta inspire. I've done everything. Hall of Fame. That's all I ever wanted to accomplish, was being in the Hall of Fame. Did it at 25.
Yeah, got it. September 15, we get an award, Best Fighter and Best Trainer of the Year.
Yep.
That's incredible.
Wow.
Which is where they do the Boxing Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And they say that I'm the first in 12 years. I think 11 or 12 years, I'm the first active that they're going to receive they're going to present the Fighter of the Year to an active fighter.
Teofimo was equally enthusiastic about the experience. He said, "It's an honor to work with a legend like Canelo. These sparring sessions are no joke. We're pushing each other hard, and I can feel the improvements on both sides." Canelo is in beast mode. Teofimo faced the former undisputed junior welterweight champion Josh Taylor in his hometown. While he beat Taylor via a unanimous decision, he failed to sell out for a big bout. Lopez is looking for 9-figure paydays, which harms his chances of getting into big bouts. But by training with Canelo, he can no doubt pick up a few things. Teofimo hasn't taken any big risks since his fight with Vasily Lomachenko in 2020. Lopez's fight with George Kambosos Jr. was thought to be an easy one going in, but the Australian out-hustled him in his loss in 2021. All the fights since then for Teofimo have been non-risky. If Teofimo is serious about taking risks, he should face Brian Norman for the WBO welterweight title, and then use the victory to create public pressure for a match against Crawford. Teofimo stated, "I look forward to more legacy. Whether Brian Norman is the next guy or whether it's Crawford, people think I'm biting more than I can chew. I don't care. It's the best fighting the best, the toughest fighting the toughest, and whoever prevails at the end. That's Teofimo the takeover." It seems obvious to fans that Teofimo's rationale for wanting a fight against Crawford is for money only. Teofimo isn't fighting at 147 or 154 to put himself in a position to get the Crawford fight, and he's not fighting the right opposition at 140 to increase his fame. Canelo elaborated further on the benefits of training with Lopez and said, "Teofimo is fast, smart, and relentless. That's what makes him a champion, and it's why these sessions are so valuable. I'm preparing for everything Berlanga might bring, and these rounds with Teofimo are perfect for sharpening my timing, power, and defense." Lopez seen throwing some punches while Canelo evades before the former undisputed super middleweight champion turns his man and returns fire. Both boxers showed off some beautiful parries and head movement, and will have gained a lot from the session, especially Lopez.
Do I want Crawford? Absolutely. What kind of question is that? See, y'all don't understand, man. I aim for greatness. And what is that? Fighting the best. Crawford says he's the best. I know I'm the best. Let's make the fight happen. First things first, though, we got to knock out this guy out the way. He's in front of me, Jermaine Ortiz. Telling y'all, man, positivity kills it all.
Teofimo Lopez has made waves by openly stating that he wants to fight Terence Crawford. Lopez, the reigning WBO super lightweight world champion, has said that he's willing to move up 2 weight classes to clash with 154-pound Crawford, who has said that he's willing to do the same to meet Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds. Lopez has been vocal about his ambition to take on the best in the sport, and Crawford is at the top of that list. Lopez expressed his determination while stating, "After I take care of business with Ortiz, I want Crawford. I'm ready for that challenge, and I believe I can beat him." Teofimo Lopez confirmed that he still wants Terence Crawford next following his win over Steve Claggett. Fans believe Teofimo is just desperate for the payday he would get fighting Crawford and knows he won't win that fight. On the other hand, Canelo was also linked to a fight with Crawford for some time. Saudi sports tycoon Turki Al-Sheikh had the super fight at the top of his boxing wish list earlier this year and even made Canelo a money-spinning offer. However, the face of boxing refused to respond until after his upcoming clash with Edgar Berlanga on September 14th and stated publicly that he doesn't like the way Al-Sheikh works. This angered the Saudi boxing chief, who retracted his offer and released a lengthy statement in which he accused Canelo of being afraid of fighting David Benavidez and Crawford. Since then, it appears Canelo and Al-Sheikh have got back on better terms, although it remains to be seen whether the Crawford clash can be delivered. Many fans expressed their excitement, with one fan tweeting, "Teofimo and Canelo sparring? This is like a dream match happening behind closed doors. Imagine the intensity in that ring." Another fan commented on Instagram, "These two are some of the best in the sport. If sparring with each other is what they're doing to prepare, then their next fights are going to be must-watch." Fans have also begun speculating how this sparring session will affect both fighters in their upcoming bouts. One fan noted, "This kind of sparring must be sharpening their skills like crazy. Berlanga better be ready because Canelo is getting some serious work in." Others questioned if this training would be beneficial for Teofimo as well, with one comment stating, "Teofimo working with Canelo? Maybe he's getting ready to take on even bigger opponents down the line."
When have IQ, better IQ than me.
Okay, you're gonna see. You're gonna see.
You will
September
see.
14th. You're gonna see.
You think I have more IQ than Floyd Mayweather, than Miguel Cotto,
You're gonna see.
than
You're gonna
Lara,
see.
than
You're gonna see.
Come
You're
on,
gonna
bro.
see. You're gonna see.
You're
You're gonna
nothing.
see. I know you're gonna see.
Take it easy.
I know. I'm gonna
Take
you
it
up.
easy. Take it easy and wait because your turn is coming.
No, you're gonna see.
Canelo has diligently prepared for the fight, incorporating high-intensity sparring sessions with top fighters like Teofimo Lopez. Canelo has emphasized the importance of staying sharp and focused, given Berlanga's power. He remaked, "Berlanga is hungry, and I know he'll come into the fight looking to prove himself. But I've faced hard hitters before, and I'm preparing for every possibility," Canelo said during a recent interview. Canelo Alvarez's excitement for his upcoming fight with Edgar Berlanga goes beyond just preparing for another bout. It taps into the rich boxing history between Mexico and Puerto Rico. He said, "I am very happy for this fight between Mexico and Puerto Rico. It's exciting to be part of another great Mexico versus Puerto Rico battle inside the ring, because historically we have always offered unforgettable fights full of passion." Berlanga has not shied away from expressing his confidence, making bold claims about his ability to knock out Canelo. He stated, "This is the opportunity of a lifetime. I deserve to be here, and I'm going to shock the world and silence the critics by delivering a masterful performance." Berlanga believes his power will be the key to victory, and he's eager to show the world that he can compete at the highest level. One fighter has already completed his second bout of the year, while the other is set to return to the ring to finish his annual schedule, Teofimo Lopez and Canelo Alvarez. The video of the two champions has been going viral for some time. Needless to say, fans have been joining in streams, sharing their thoughts on the footage. The Mexican fighter gives a masterclass in defensive techniques, working on his waist movement and dodging his opponent, all without wearing headgear and only marking the punches. The video of their move around was uploaded on Lopez's social media with the caption, "Escuela de Boxeo," translating to boxing school. Lopez have been seen throwing some punches while Canelo evades before the former undisputed super middleweight champion turns his man and returns fire. The pair may be in different weight classes, but there is plenty for both to benefit from. Canelo faces Edgar Berlanga on September 14th at 168 pounds. Alvarez is the massive favorite, knowing a win could set up a potential Terence Crawford fight. That is where the connection to Lopez may come in.
You know, he fought everybody. You know, he fought Floyd, he fought Triple G. He's seen it all. You know, he's seen size, he's seen short, he's seen speed. You know, but what makes the difference about this fight is not about physical. It's about IQ and intelligence in that ring. And that's what's gonna make the difference of September 14th. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I said before, we going with that right there. You feel me? And that's just what it is, man. Like, you can have all the power in the world, you could do what you do, but at this level is intelligence and IQ.
The sparring session between Teofimo Lopez and Canelo Alvarez has set the boxing world abuzz with excitement. This high-profile training matchup has captured the imagination of fans everywhere, fueling speculation about what lies ahead for both fighters. Will this high-caliber training give Canelo the upper hand and solidify his path to victory? Only time will tell. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section.